Shweta ji, we are live. Over to you. Just 1 second. Over to you, Shweta ji.
Namaste everyone, I'm Shweta, and on behalf of Friends of India Society International, I would like to welcome all of you to today's webinar on the sudden and abrupt withdrawal of a book by the publisher Bloomsbury India. The book, written by Monica Arora, Sonali Chitalkar, and Prerna Malhotra, is a factual account on Delhi riots based on investigation and interviews conducted by the authors, and it was all set to be released in September. This refusal to publish the book by Bloomsbury came despite prior contractual agreements in place, despite it becoming the #1 bestseller on Amazon. While Indians worldwide want to know the truth of Delhi riots, they're also curious to know what transpired that Bloomsbury decided to deplatform the book. To understand all this and more, we'll be conversing today with Advocate Monica Arora ji, who's a leading lawyer practicing in the Supreme Court of India and Delhi High Court. She has led and won many public interest litigations, including restoration of Sanskrit in Kendriya Vidyalayas and replacement of words like terrorist and militant used for some of our freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh and others in the ICSE board school books. A passionate and articulate speaker, known for her advocacy in many national causes. A very warm welcome to you, Monica ji. Before I invite Monica ji to speak, just a quick note to our viewers today. If you have any questions, please post them on the comments section of our Facebook live page wall, and we shall take them up with Monica ji in the question and answer session. Over to you, Monica ji. Just tell us what happened in brief.
What happened? Even I don't know what happened actually. Only Twitter and social media told me what happened. देखिए, हमने एक किताब लिखी थी और हुआ क्या कि हम जहां पर रहते हैं, मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगी, इंग्लिश में बोलूंगी, मैं सुन नहीं पा रही आपको।
कुछ भी चलेगा मोनिका जी।
ठीक है जी, धन्यवाद जी। हुआ क्या कि आप देखिए, हम लोग दिल्ली में रहते हैं। दिल्ली में रहते हैं तो दिल्ली में दंगे भड़के 23, 24, 25 फरवरी को दिल्ली में दंगे हमने देखे नहीं थे। हम तो 9th क्लास में थे उस समय जब 1984 के राइट्स हुए थे, तब हमने देखा कि दंगे भी कुछ होता है, दंगे भी ऐसे होते हैं। उसके बाद दिल्ली में कभी दंगे नहीं हुए। तो जब फरवरी में दंगे भड़के और घर के पास में ही, तो लगा ये हो क्या रहा है, कौन मार रहा है, कौन मर रहा है, ये कौन लोग हैं जो चारों ओर एक क्योर्स एनार्की, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम, आग के गोले लेके जा रहे हैं, वीडियो सामने आ रहे हैं। सच क्या है, सच लोगों को नहीं पता। कोई कुछ कह रहा है, कोई कुछ कह रहा है, कौन विक्टिम है, कौन एक्यूज है, nobody knew. There was tension all over, there was confusion all over. हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिया, ग्रुप ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल्स एंड एकेडमिशियंस। हम लोग उसमें लॉयर्स भी हैं, प्रोफेसर्स भी हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी हैं, हम लोग आर्टिस्ट भी हैं, उसमें जर्नलिस्ट भी हैं, हम लेडीज हैं, सारी लेडीज का ग्रुप है ये, जो लेडीज काम भी करती हैं और देश के लिए जो कर सकते हैं वो करते हैं। हम लोग एक चीज हमेशा करते हैं कि कोई भी इशू आता है, उसके फैक्ट्स क्या है, उसका लॉ क्या है, ये जरूर जानते हैं, उसको पब्लिक डोमेन में हम दे देते हैं कि फैक्ट्स क्या है, लॉ क्या है। सच जानने का अधिकार सबको है। उसके बाद उनके व्यूज हैं, वो जो चाहे उसके बारे में सोचे, सच हमेशा सामने लाना चाहिए। अब जब दंगे भड़क रहे थे, हमें लग रहा था कि कौन है ये जो ये सब कर रहे हैं। उस समय कोई वहां जा नहीं सकता था, पुलिस का पूरा पहरा था, जब पुलिस का पहरा हटा, लोगों ने वहां जाना शुरू किया, तो हम 5 लेडीज हम लोग वहां पर गई एक फैक्ट फाइंडिंग टीम बनाकर। हम लोग जब वहां पर गई, वहां हमने देखा जले हुए घर हैं, जले हुए दुकानें हैं, जले हुई गाड़ियां हैं, मोटरसाइकिल है, जूते मानो राख के ऊपर चल रहे थे, और इतने पत्थर थे वहां गलियों में और सड़कों पर, जितने पत्थर हमने कभी देखे नहीं थे। सड़कों पर चलना मुश्किल था, पत्थरों के ऊपर चल रहे थे, इतने पत्थर लोगों ने मारे हुए थे। तो वहां गए, कई दिन गए, लगातार गए। हमने वहां पर इंटरव्यू किया, बहुत लोगों से मिले। किसी का पिता मर गया था, किसी का बेटा मर गया था। वहां हम मिले प्रीति गर्ग से। प्रीति गर्ग तो घर में फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे खाना बना रही थी। उसके 2 बच्चे थे, लगभग 9 साल के 11 साल के 2 लड़के थे। किसी ने घर में नीचे से आग लगा दी पेट्रोल बम फेंककर। उसने बालकनी से बाहर देखा तो पूरी लाइन में घरों में आग लगा रखी थी। लोग भाग रहे थे, घर छोड़कर भाग रहे थे। उसने फर्स्ट फ्लोर से नीचे बोला पड़ोसियों को, मैं अपना बच्चा फेंक रही हूँ, मेरे बच्चे को आप कैच कर लेना। उसने अपना 9 साल का बच्चा उसको फर्स्ट फ्लोर से नीचे फेंका, पड़ोसियों ने उसको कैच किया, ऐसे जाके जान बची। फिर दूसरा बच्चा फेंका, उसके बाद किसी तरह से नीचे आई। यानी ऐसी ऐसी स्टोरीज, रियल स्टोरीज। हमने वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग की, हमने उसके बारे में लिखा, हमने उसके बारे में ट्वीट भी उस समय किया। ये सब रॉ मटेरियल हमारे पास अवेलेबल है। हमने इसके बेसिस पे एक रिपोर्ट बनाई, रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम ग्राउंड जीरो। ये हमने मार्च में पब्लिश की, ये पब्लिक डोमेन में है। ये हमारी जो रिपोर्ट है हमने पब्लिश की, और इसको हमने जो स्टेट होम मिनिस्टर हैं जी किशन रेड्डी जी, उनको सौंपा। हमने इस रिपोर्ट में कहा कि ये अकस्मात नहीं हुआ, ये एकदम नहीं हुआ। इट इज नॉट स्पोराडिक, इट इज प्री प्लान्ड कॉन्स्पिरेसी। प्री प्लान्ड कॉन्स्पिरेसी कुछ लोगों की है, इसमें टेररिस्ट का एंगल भी है, इसमें पीएफआई का हाथ भी लगता है। इसकी जांच आपको एनआईए को, जो एंटी टेरर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसको देनी चाहिए। ये रिपोर्ट पब्लिक डोमेन में रही, मार्च से है। कोई एक आवाज, एक अक्षर को चैलेंज नहीं कर पाया कि ये गलत है रिपोर्ट, जबकि हर रिपोर्ट की स्क्रूटनी होती है, इसकी भी स्क्रूटनी हुई, कोई कुछ बोल नहीं पाया क्योंकि ये फैक्ट्स पर आधारित थी। लोगों ने कहा, हमने भी सोचा कि क्यों ना इसको बुक फॉर्म में लाया जाए। हमने यही जो अपनी रिपोर्ट है, इसी रिपोर्ट में और एडिशंस की थ्योरेटिकल, और हम इस बुक फॉर्म में ले आए, जो आज बुक है, जो हॉटली डिबेटेड टॉपिक बन गया है। हमने तो केवल किताब बनाई थी, हम तो केवल चाहते थे कि जो सच है दिल्ली दंगों का, वो सबके सामने आना चाहिए। इसलिए आप देखिए, इस किताब में हमने लगातार मार्च से हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं। पहले रिपोर्ट आई है, उसके बाद किताब आई है। इस किताब में मैं आपको एक बार चैप्टर्स दिखाना चाहूंगी। इस किताब के जो चैप्टर्स है हमारे, आप देखिए, पहला चैप्टर है इसमें इंट्रोडक्शन। इंट्रोडक्शन जो हम कहते हैं, मैं इसको आपके इसमें भी लगाना चाहूंगी। ये देखिए, ये हमने जो बुक बनाई, 8 चैप्टर्स हैं जी। सच और सिंपल बुक, आप एक रीडिंग में खत्म कर सकते हो। आपको लगेगा आप दंगाग्रस्त इलाके में पहुंच गए हो, उसमें क्या क्या हो रहा है आपको ध्यान में आएगा कि आप कड़ियों को जोड़ सकते हो। ये फैक्ट्स का अकाउंट है, ये सच है। हमने पहले इंट्रोडक्शन में कहा, उसके बाद हमने बताया कि कैसे जो माओइस्ट वॉरफेयर है, अर्बन वॉरफेयर, उसकी टेक्निक क्या रहती है, वो किस प्रकार से कॉलेजेस में ब्रेन वॉश करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स का, फी हाइक के नाम पर, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के नाम पर, दलित आंदोलन के नाम पर, और धीरे 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 इन इनोसेंट बच्चों को देश के खिलाफ कर देते हैं, सरकारों के खिलाफ कर देते हैं, और देश के टुकड़े होने की मांग करते हैं। ये हमारे फर्स्ट 3 चैप्टर्स हैं। नेक्स्ट चैप्टर आता है हमारा कि सीएए का, कि कैसे सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, जिसमें कुछ भी डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी नहीं था, डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड जो गवर्नमेंट है, उसने पार्लियामेंट में ये एक्ट पास किया है मेजॉरिटी से। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चैलेंज हुआ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टे नहीं दिया इस एक्ट पे। और सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट कहता है कि जो भी पड़ोसी 3 इस्लामिक देश हैं, पाकिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, उसमें जो प्रताड़ित कम्युनिटीज हैं, जो माइनॉरिटीज हैं, जो हिंदूज हैं, सिख्स हैं, बौद्ध हैं, क्रिश्चियन हैं, पारसीज हैं, ज्यूज हैं, उन सभी को जिनको धर्म के आधार पर प्रताड़ित किया गया है, अत्याचार किया गया है, जो भारत की शरण में आए हैं, भारत में रह रहे हैं, यहाँ उनको नागरिकता दी जाएगी। That's it. केवल इतना है सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट। वो और किसी धर्म की बात नहीं करता, वो किसी को बाहर नहीं निकालता, किसी को अंदर नहीं लाता, किसी को ये नहीं कहता कि आपको देश से निकाल देंगे। वो इंडियंस के बारे में तो बात ही नहीं करता है।
Monica, sorry, if you can also switch to English, some people are just requesting.
As soon as Citizenship Amendment Act came, and as I just stated, the Citizenship Amendment Act has been democratically passed by the Parliament of India, by a democratically elected government. And what does Citizenship Amendment Act say? Citizenship Amendment Act says that the neighboring 3 Islamic countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan, it has 6 minorities who have been discriminated against on the basis of religion. That is, Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Parsis, and Jews. They have been discriminated against. So those communities who have come to India, who have run to India, who are living in India for the last 5 years, we will grant them citizenship immediately. This is all what it says. It is not anti-Muslim. It is not against any community. It does not talk that the Indians will be thrown out of India. Nobody. It is not talking about Indian Hindus, Muslims, or anybody. But there was a misinformation campaign on Citizenship Amendment Act. Nobody read the act. Nobody went through the draft. And they simply put Delhi on fire. In universities, in colleges, in Jamia Millia Islamia universities, practically Syria kind of incidents happen. This is our next chapter of the book. How stones were pelted on the police, how petrol bombs were thrown at school buses, how the colonies were ransacked, what kind of radical fundamentalist slogans were given. Police came down heavily. Police lathi charged those students. They changed their strategy. That's the third and the next chapter of our book, Shaheen Bagh movement. Now in Shaheen Bagh, they retreated. These boys, these men, they had women and children put in front. They occupied, in the name of Shaheen Bagh agitation, they occupied public roads. On main roads, they sat there. They had tents on the main roads. Free food was coming. They were living on the main roads, and lakhs of people who had to go to their schools, to colleges, to place of work, they were put to inconvenience. This was the Shaheen Bagh model. And I, as always say, it is a model from Dharna to Danga. It was not peaceful. The police charge sheet says that a secret office was there with every Dharna place of Shaheen Bagh. PFI was funding many of these places. Otherwise, from where was the money from tent coming? From where was the food coming in the morning, evening, night for 101 days? Who was funding it? So many PFI, there's a terror organization, its offices open in that area. There is clear-cut evidence that funding was happening. So all these things we mention in our next chapter. Thereafter, after Shaheen Bagh, we mentioned how these people went from road to road, and in northeast Delhi, they did Chakka Jam. At 2 o'clock at night on 22nd of February, they jammed the metro station and they were saying, you withdraw CA, otherwise we will not move. They were asked, what is CA? They didn't know what CA. But people who were brain behind the entire agitation, they made them block the metro stations at midnight, around 2 o'clock in the morning. These women came to the main road in northeast Delhi. They did the roadblock, and thereafter stone pelting took place and rioting took place. We go through each and everything. It is basically a chain. One thing is leading to the other. One thing is leading to the other. We give the real accounts. Thereafter, last chapter is the narration of the victim stories. What victims told us, how those mobs came, what were they shouting, what were they saying, whom were they targeting. And we have the evidence for all these things. Thereafter, we in the appendix show how it was IS kind brutal murder of people. It was not simple, you're cutting, you are stabbing somebody or you're shooting somebody. It was IS kind of brutal murders. We have attached the post-mortem reports, the FIRs. In fact, the FIRs are from December onwards, which show that yes, rioting was taking place since December. Police was trying to curb it, to stop it. Now, this is our fact-finding report brought about as a book. We gave it to Bloomsbury Publisher. We gave the manuscript to them, the draft to them. They said, okay, we have found the draft. There's certain changes. We worked on those changes. They convinced us. We convinced them, as happens between author and the publisher. So we talked to each other, I think hundreds of emails, SMSs, WhatsApp. We had the best of relationship. Now, we launched our book, I remember, I think on 22nd of August. At 4 o'clock, we launched our book. On the same day, 22nd, 4 o'clock, half an hour before that, at 3:30, when I was about to enter the Cisco WebEx link for the launch, just to see, technically everything is over or not. At that time, I got a call from Bloomsbury, India. They said, ma'am, some jokers are tweeting and tagging Bloomsbury UK. And Bloomsbury UK is under tremendous pressure and they are pressurizing us to withdraw the book. I said, come on, you are ambassadors of India. You have to tell them that you are standing by this book because you have signed a contract with us. You have approved the final copy. You have published the book. You have given 100 copies to us of this book. After publication, giving us 100 copies, we have distributed these copies all over India to our people and others, saying, please give us comments on this book. Please give us a review on this book. You have to stand by us. They said, ma'am, we are standing by you. We are standing by the authors. We are standing by the book. But people in UK don't want to read it. They are so pressurized by these people who are tweeting. I said, Twitter will not decide the relationship and the contractual relationship between you and us. You know what is in the book. They said, ma'am, not a word is wrong. Ma'am, not a word is anti-minority. We are standing by you. I said, stand to them also and tell them you're not withdrawing from the book. No, ma'am, I think even our jobs are not secure now. कहीं पे तो गाज गिरेगी, किसी को तो बलि का बकरा बनाएंगे ये लोग. And somebody has to be the sacrificial lamb. So they said, ma'am, I think we are going to withdraw it. So I said, I'm getting late. I am never late. I'm always punctual. So I have to go for the book launch. Now I request you not to take any such step. So after about half an hour, the Twitter tells us that they have given a tweet, Bloomsbury India, that the launch program was not ours. The guest list was not ours, but we are standing by the authors. We are standing by the book. I said, fair enough. The launch program was organized by a separate organization. It was not Bloomsbury India's launch. It was, the guest list was not approved by them. So what? Book is theirs, but launch program, like there can be 10 launches, but 10 organizations. They may come, they may not come, but not a word of opposition from Bloomsbury India till that time, that they don't approve of the guest list or the launch. Not a word, not one email. They call themselves professional. Is it ethical? When Bloomsbury India had no problem, it was only because some people tweeted Bloomsbury UK, Bloomsbury UK pressurized Bloomsbury India, then they started having a problem. Our card showing the launch program and the name of the guests, that was in public domain from I think 20th of August. For 2.5 days, nobody had a problem. Suddenly, who are these people? And these people, one Bollywood actress, one journalist, one somebody sitting who wrote Modi, the what? Nation destroyer, what was that? The divider in chief?
The divider in chief, yes.
Whatever. One person sitting in India who organizes the Jaipur Lit Festival, And what is the connection in them all? And one Saket Gokhale of some Congress party. What is this connection? They were talking amongst themselves that, come on, pressurize to withdraw the book. And thereafter they were tweeting, wow, woo, these were the language. Champagne, guys, rejoice, we got Bloomsbury publisher to withdraw the book. So they came on Twitter to tell the whole world who are the people who pressurized Bloomsbury UK and thereafter Bloomsbury India to just abort the book. This is a baby which just came into existence. The publishers, the authors, they are the guardians of this baby. And Bloomsbury India aborted their baby. They dumped their authors publicly because then they announced that we are withdrawing from the book. Now here was the launch. We did it so publicly. Here was the launch wherein everything happened. We had a publisher. Our publishers ran away. They abandoned, they resigned the contract. Here was a launch where Twitter is telling us we became #1 bestseller on Amazon India. We became the best-selling book on Amazon. Here was a launch during which our publisher, he delisted our book from Amazon. So people cannot place orders. He delisted, he removed our book from Amazon. And here was entire India saying, Monica ji, we want to buy this book. Monica ji, please tell us, we want to buy 25 copies. We want to distribute this book. Ma'am, we want to buy 100 copies. This is my service to the nation. I want to distribute. And everything was happening when we were launching the book. So thereafter, we have been asking Bloomsbury, what happened? For full 1 day after launch, not a word from them. So next day was Sunday, I think 23rd of August, if I remember the dates properly. 23rd August, Sunday, we sent them a letter, an email. And Bloomsbury, you are still our author. You have not terminated the contract. You have gone away, simply vanished. You told on Twitter that you are not honoring your contract. But we as writers and authors, and we have shared a wonderful relationship, we want one line official communication from you. Are you with us? Are you not with us? Are you an author? Are you not an author? Will our book be available on Amazon, or you have simply delisted it? Where should we go? We have a book. The authors are here. The publishers have vanished. Why? But sorry to say, because some goras sitting in UK, they pressurized and they decided the Indians should read which book and which not. Some goras held by some Browns in India, they decide, they're the gatekeepers of our information. They will decide कि हिंदुस्तान के गांव में बैठा हुआ बच्चा क्या पढ़ेगा और क्या नहीं पढ़ेगा. This New India said, sorry ma'am, we are with you. Self-publish the book. Because when we gave them this notice, I'll not even call notice, it was like a call from the authors that please give us a reply. Can you dump your American authors like that? Can you dump your authors sitting in England like that? Can you dump any other author? Just because we are Indian, because we are women, because we are brown, you are dumping us. Is this professional? You signed a contract with us. Your legal team vetted the contract. You scrutinized the contract. You sent me an email saying, ma'am, our legal team has scrutinized each and every word. We stand by your book. We have all the emails. You said, I'm going with you. I'm standing by my authors. That is your first tweet. And you published our books, 100 copies. Now, because of some jokers tweeting, whoever they are, in words of your representative of Bloomsbury India, you cannot resign from this contract. So we told them, please respond to us. Don't dump us. Don't dump the book. Respond to us by 5 o'clock today. They did not care to respond. Thereafter, next day, after a few hours, we went to Twitter. We said, what should we do? We have a book, we have a demand, but our publisher is not responding. People said, ma'am, free में publish कर दो. Ma'am, bring out a PDF. Ma'am, crowdfunding करेंगे. Ma'am, we'll give you money. Ma'am, 10 publishers खड़े होंगे, हम तैयार हैं, हम publish करेंगे. Entire India rose as one. There are rare circumstances in, you see, not even India. I think all the Indians living across the world, whoever was watching it, they stood by us. This was that emerging India who said, no, the Goras in UK will not decide what the Indians will read. No, you can't be the gatekeepers of our knowledge. No, you can't go back on your contract. We have a right to read, and writers have a right to write. What about freedom of speech? You scuttled our freedom of speech. At the instance of whom? Who had not read the book. Nobody has read the book. They did not have the book. Nobody could read to review the book. Without reading, you are saying abandon. You are threatening the publishers. I think this is a criminal act. They'll be sued whenever they'll be sued. But right now, we are there ensuring that each and every person in the world, whoever wants to read this book, gets this book. Because their dirty games have been there for the last 40 years. We don't get threatened by it. We are used to it. We have lived in India where they've always existed, and they have ruled over India as part of that golf club. They think, oh, this is their golf club, publication business. How can these armed people, how can these ordinary writers come and they can publish books from Bloomsbury? You saw those tweets. How can these ordinary publishers, people, authors, they can come to Bloomsbury? Sorry, sir, no more golf club rules India. This is social media. Today I'm here, I'm addressing my sisters and brothers in UK and elsewhere. This is new India. This is an era of social media in which we don't require your channels, in which we don't require your platforms and your newspapers to give us certificates that we can write and we can speak. Right now we are talking and we are addressing. We'll be interacting. So whoever speaks sense and has some sense will be listened to. They can write, they can speak. Now, concluding what I had to say, thereafter we went with the Garud Publications. Garud Publications, they got so many orders. One night they got 15,000 orders of the book. 15,000 books sold. 15,000 books. And it became the hottest selling book. And their server crashed. Because so many people visited, then the server crashed. And you know what people have been, then they had to issue a Google form. Anybody around the world wants, please fill up this Google form. We'll issue you the book. Thereafter, people said, we want in Bengali, we want in Tamil. So we launched a Tamil version yesterday. We said, yes, we are bringing in Tamil. Now Marathi. Today only we contracted that, yes, in Marathi we'll bring. In all the Indian languages, we are bringing this book. So let the truth be revealed. I'm sorry, this new India will not be cowed down. If there was nobody to publish this book, believe me, I would have released the PDF on Twitter, on Facebook, and social media. I don't want a rupee out of this book. My life has been, it's cause of, your nation. I don't want a rupee, I repeat it. This book is the people's book. This book should reach each and every person. Let them decide. Maybe they'll give an award to the book. Maybe they'll trash it. Maybe they like it. Maybe they dislike it. But how can you stop the readers from reading the book? And that too by people of, masihas of freedom of speech. Afraid of one book. Masihas of freedom of speech. Where they say, Bharat tere tukde honge is freedom of speech. Lawyers attacking Supreme Court judges is freedom of speech. But we bringing a book based on our ground reporting? No. How can this book come in public domain? How can the Indians know about the truth of Delhi riots? No. Narrative has to come first. So facts will not be allowed to be read by Indians. I'm sorry, this is new India. It doesn't buckle under pressure. It gives back and bounces back. So here we are bouncing back. This is the book which will ensure every Indian reads. They are not the gatekeepers. I'm sorry, they were the security guards of intellect earlier, not now. They have been terminated from their job of being security guards of our intellect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monica ji, for giving us a very factual and precise account of what exactly happened. Monica ji, I was also reading that while Bloomsbury decided to withdraw your book and curb your freedom of expression, they went ahead with publishing a book on Shaheen Bagh by Ziaul Salam and Uzma Asaf. And they were in fact promoting the book on 21st of August. And I would like to quote that tweet, which basically says, "The authors take us on this glorious journey of the making of Shaheen Bagh and how it became a metaphor for resistance, spawning 100 Shaheen Bagh across the country to restore the sanctity of the Constitution, the national flag, and the national anthem." Further, in your case, they released a statement on August 22nd stating, "Bloomsbury India strongly supports freedom of speech, but also has a deep sense of responsibility towards society." So how do you interpret this differential treatment of Bloomsbury?
See, Shaheen Bagh, the book on Shaheen Bagh was released 1 month, I think, before our book. I am told, I have not read that book because I was so happy with the launch of our book. So, but people have told us that the writers and Shaheen Bagh book, people have told us, they are saying Tahir Hussain is innocent. Tahir Hussain is in jail for the murder and leading the mob and for hate speeches and the murder of Ankit Sharma, the Intelligence Bureau official, who was murdered in the ISIS kind brutal manner. With 51 times he was stabbed. Even when he was dead, then also he was stabbed and thrown in the Nala, the drain. Everybody saw Tahir Hussain's photo and video that he was on his rooftop and charo or there was smoke because riots were taking place, and he was with so many people on his rooftop supervising the riots. Everybody saw that video. Tahir Hussain has been charged with Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, which is a very, very strong act in India. He is in jail. And these authors or book or whatever, if they have said even one line in support of Tahir Hussain, maybe they have said it, but nobody in India stone pelted. Nobody in India condemned. Nobody in India criticized. Nobody in India threatened Bloomsbury. Nobody in India threatened the authors. Nobody in India legally sued the authors. We never said anything. We said everybody has a right to speech. Everybody has a right to express. Let them come out with the book. Fair enough. This is the India which is tolerant India, which accepts a number of points of views. Now, our book came in which there is nothing of that sort because that certificate is given to us by Bloomsbury in writing. This is the final copy which has been scanned, which has been vetted, scrutinized by the legal department of Bloomsbury, that we are standing with each and every word of the book. They published our book. So Bloomsbury India never had a problem. The hypocrisy is that of Bloomsbury UK. And hypocrisy and the cowardice of that of Bloomsbury UK, which buckled under pressure and pressurized Bloomsbury India to withdraw. Because otherwise, Bloomsbury India could have written to us, we don't agree with the launch, we don't agree with the guest list, we don't agree with the book. They would not have published this book. They have published my book. So this hypocrisy is for everybody to see. In fact, I call this ecosystem the left fascist ecosystem. They talk of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means only and only they will speak, nobody else will speak. Only they will write, nobody else will write. They will practically denigrate and defame the other's religion, the other's gods and everything in the name of freedom of speech. But if the other person says something factual also, they'll ban their Twitter accounts, they'll ban their books, they'll go out and issue fatwas. Our book, which has not a word against any religion, is, I'll say a digital fatwa has been issued against our book. But we don't succumb to fatwas because they are illegal. And we have the capacity, capability, and the intellect to bounce back.
Perfect. Also, as per Bloomsbury India, Monica ji, they say that the withdrawal was because of a pre-publication launch, which had participation of parties of whom the publishers would not have approved. And I think with this, they're probably referring to Kapil Mishra ji's comments and presence. So what are your thoughts on this? And at this point, I would also like to take you back to the 2019 elections period when scathing pieces were written about Prime Minister Modi being divider in chief, he being anti-minorities. And as you also rightly just pointed out, all the recent laws and events that have happened in India are also projected as anti-minorities. So do you think this event is also a continuation of the same narrative?
Actually, you raised a very, very important, pertinent question. I generally don't talk about politics. But, you know, the same people who said Modi should not come to power, the same people who had their magazine covers as Modi the divider in chief, got a slap in their face when Modi won with resounding number of votes and seats. They could not imagine, my God, their golf club ruled this country. How come this ordinary person called Modi? He came and he came again, despite their award wapsi, despite their entire intellectual mafia going against Modi, entire ecosystem going against Modi. My God, this ordinary person, how on earth he came back? These people never realized the power of social media and India. They still think, oh, India is the same colony of the Britishers, which once was there. And as Macaulay said, that if you want to rule over India perpetually, estrange the Indians from their culture and civilization. This India wants to know about their culture, about their civilization. This India wants to know their roots. This India says, I will not call Aurangzeb as the Masiha of peace. I want to read Shivaji. I want to read, apart from Mahatma Gandhi, all others. I will read Mahatma Gandhi. I will read Ramakrishna. I will read Vivekananda. I want to know about my past. I want to know about my roots. Let my children know about my culture, which people all over the world says is one of the best cultures, a culture of acceptance. Let me read about it. So here in India, everybody says an ordinary person has got a strength in the form of their Twitter, their Facebook, their WhatsApp groups and Facebook pages. So anything and everything, if I am writing, an ordinary Indian is writing, and people think it has substance, people will follow. People don't need certificates from them, whether we should follow Monica or not, whether we should follow XYZ or not. So anybody talking sense is followed. They become social leaders. So now here, second question is about Kapil Mishra. I have been going to a number of talks. I went to a talk on news channels also. Are Kapil Mishra ko kyun bula liya? That is the question. Now my first thing is, you will not decide whom I will call. We will not decide whom Jia will call. We will mutually decide whom to call and whom not to call. This is democracy. You have been calling Gilanis. You have been calling those Pakistani singers who literally verbally attacked our Indian army in a number of universities. You had freedom of speech and choice then. I also have freedom of choice. This is if Jia's program. I am the convener of group of intellectuals and academicians. We will decide whom to call and whom not to call, number one. Number two, my publisher had no problem. Bloomsbury India did not give me one line in email that they have any objection or any problem. They did not have any problem. So who is some person tweeting divider in chief sitting in XYZ country saying, "Hare Kapil Mishra ko kyun bula liya?" तुम बताओ, तुम विलियम के साथ कर क्या रहे थे अगर थ्रेटनिंग नहीं कर रहे किताब को बैन कराने के लिए? तुम बताओ, जब डिजिटल फतवाज XYZ किताब के खिलाफ इशू होते हैं, तुम तो सपोर्ट में जाते हो, हाँ फतवा इशू करो। तुम फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच के चैंपियन कैसे बन गए और ये इंडिया आपको नहीं सुनता? तभी आपके वो कार्ड वार्ड भी वापस हो जाते हैं, आप इंडिया में आ भी नहीं सकते हो। यू आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड इन इंडिया, और जहां भी हो वहां हेट्रेड ही फैला रहे हो, वहां से भी निकाल दिए जाओगे। तो इसलिए हम इन लोगों को जितना इग्नोर करते हैं, हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं जितना कंस्ट्रक्टिव एक नरेटिव क्रिएट कर सके, जितनी अच्छाई ला सके, जितना सच दिखा सके। ये लोग तो 40 साल से रूल कर ही रहे हैं, तो समय आया है हम सच दिखा दे। अपने काम 24 घंटा है सबके पास, अच्छा काम करें, अपना काम करें, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। सो वी इग्नोर देम। नाउ अबाउट कपिल मिश्रा, मैंने हर चैनल पे पूछा, मैंने हर व्यक्ति से पूछा। जिस जर्नलिस्ट ने मुझे कहा, यू नो, we'll be asking, we'll be cross examining you, I said wonderful, I'm a lawyer, I love it, please do so। कपिल मिश्रा को क्यों बुलाया? उनका I'll ask you, उसके खिलाफ एलिगेशन क्या है? मुझे एक FIR, एक चार्जशीट दिखाओ, एक हाई कोर्ट का ऑर्डर दिखाओ, अभी दिखाओ, आई विल अपोलोजाइज। बताओ। नहीं मैम, कुछ वीडियो वगैरह कुछ आए थे। उनका इतने बड़े जर्नलिस्ट हो, एंकर्स हो, टीवी पर्सनालिटीज हो, एक लाइन तो दिखा दो उस आदमी के खिलाफ। नोबडी। मैम एक वीडियो आया था, वो धमका रहा था, क्या लैंग्वेज थी? तो इसलिए फैक्ट्स हैव टू बी मास्टर्ड ना, फैक्ट्स तो करेक्ट करो। द एलिगेशन अगेंस्ट कपिल मिश्रा इज एज फॉलोज, मैं बताती हूँ। सपोज मेरे सामने मनु खजूरिया जी बैठी हैं। मनु खजूरिया जी के घर के बाहर कुछ लोग आकर उनके मेन रोड को जाम कर देते हैं। ये मेन रोड दिन भर जाम रहती है। उनके बच्चे का 12th क्लास का CBSE का बोर्ड का एग्जाम का सेंटर है उस रोड के ऊपर, कई सेंटर्स थे। वो बच्चे को लेके जा रही है, अफरा तफरी है, मेन रोड जाम है, दूसरी साइड पूरी रोड जाम हो गई क्योंकि गाड़ियां वहीं जा रही है, आ रही हैं, एक साइड पूरा जाम हो गया। ये बच्चे को पहुंचाती है, बच्चा अपने एग्जाम में लेट पहुंचता है, लोग परेशान। तो दिन भर बीत गया, सुबह 6 बजे से मेन रोड जाम है। मनु खजूरिया जी, ऐसी इनकी फ्रेंड्स, आसपास के शॉपकीपर्स, आसपास के रेजिडेंट्स, ये सब के सब जाते हैं, पुलिस से कहते हैं बदमाशों को हटाओ, क्यों बैठे हैं मेन रोड पर? Wherever they want to agitate, उस जगह पे जाए ना, मेरी मेन रोड क्यों ब्लॉक किए घर के बाहर? Police says, give us 2 days time. You know, they are writing everywhere. Give us 2 days time. Donald Trump has come to India. We are trying to control this mob. Give us 2 days time. Accommodate us. After 2 days, we'll remove these people. So Kapil Mishra goes there as Manu Khajuriya goes there. Manu Khajuriya tells everybody there, listen, police is requesting us to wait for 2 days because they are creating trouble elsewhere also. Police has to quell this trouble. So we are giving police 2 days that please remove these protesters from the main road. And police with folded hands, we are saying, after 2 days, we will not listen to you. If you are unable to remove these protesters, we are the residents of this area. We will remove these protesters. This is the only thing Manu Khajuriya said or Kapil Mishra said. Is this an offense? Delhi High Court, on the petition of this lobby, they petitioned Delhi High Court, lodged an FIR against Kapil Mishra. So Delhi High Court, there were a number of more cases. That there's no one speech. There's speeches against Amatullah Khan, speeches against Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and who is that person from Hyderabad, Owaisi's man. So speeches, his speeches, those ones also. So some 20-25 cases came to High Court. High Court said, Delhi police, to investigate all these cases and tell us what offense is made out and lodge an FIR if offense is made out. Delhi High Court, in case of Kapil Mishra, gave it on affidavit. Delhi police, on affidavit, it gave to Delhi High Court, no offense made out against Kapil Mishra. Kapil Mishra के खिलाफ कोई अपराध नहीं बनता। अब, should I believe Delhi police? Should I believe Delhi High Court? Or should I believe any bunch of jokers who go around banning the books? I will go by the rule of law. I will go by Constitution of India, and I will go by the courts who are saying he is not a culprit. I don't go by their false and fake narrative, which I always bust with hard facts.
Perfect. Monica ji, another thing that some media houses are also publishing pieces where they're trying to create a false equivalence between the withdrawal of your book and the Wendy Doninger book on the Hindus. So, and since you represented the petitioners in the court, would you be able to shed some light on that?
I'm so happy all these questions are coming, because the times when this case was there, at that time, this golf club ruled India. It was Congress regime in those times when these cases were fought, these cases were won. Congress ruled. There was no social media. And in fact, if social media was there, it was not that active. So we could not get any platform to say all these things. They had one-sided narrative. They could demolish anybody's character, anybody's persona, anybody. And this ecosystem, like I'm talking to my brothers and sisters and elders and all of you. See, distance is no bar. The time is no bar. It is almost midnight here in India. It is evening there. But we are together with that bhav. That bhav is to serve the motherland. That bhav is to serve our culture and speak the truth. So I'm so happy. Ask me on Wendy Doniger, ask me on Penguin, and I'll tell you they'll run away. They will get exposed as never before. Please ask me all these questions. On Penguin, let me say, 2011 or 12, I don't remember the year also, 2011 or so, some petitioners came to me. People following Swami Vivekananda came to me. People following Gandhiji came to me. People following freedom fighters came to me. People like Dinadas Batra, such a big educationist who gave his entire work and his life to serve the cause of education. He came to me. They said, Monica ji, there is a book by Wendy Doniger, Hindus and Alternative History, published by Penguin Publishers. Now, this book has factual inaccuracies. This book is sexually pervert. This book is creepy. This defames our freedom fighters as no one else. So please take action. I said, what are you aggrieved with? Because I am their lawyer. So I said, what are the passages? They showed me the passages, and please note it down. Please write it down. These facts, this fascist lobby will never tell you. The facts are 4 or 5 things. This book said, Swami Vivekananda was asked, what do you want to have in dinner? He said, serve me beef. Gau mas parosa jaye. This book said that that Gandhiji was asked, what do you want to have in dinner? वो कहते serve us beef. Gau mas parosa jaye. This book said, Jhansi ki Rani Lakshmi Bai, about whom we always say, na, khoob ladi mardani, wo to Jhansi wali Rani thi. They said she was loyal to the Britishers. They said that Mangal Pandey, we celebrate him as the first hero of our first Indian national struggle. He said he was a drug addict. And the Shivling, who we worship every day, the shape of the Shivling, they compare to the male sexual organ. These were the things in that book. And in so many references, this book said, oh, I am quoting this from the speeches and writings of Shashi Tharoor. This was her knowledge and information and research. So we went to the court. We said these 5 things are factually inaccurate. Let her come down with the truth. Let her show where Gandhiji said, I want to have beef. Where Vivekananda said, I want to have beef. Let her come clean on all these issues with truth, or else she should remove these 5 lines from the book. Now, we never threw a stone. We never intimidated the publisher. We never had a black flag. We never did slogan shouting. We never abused them. We never said a word against them. We simply went to the court of law and filed a case. We pursued that case for, I think, 2.5 to 3 years. Every time we were going, all people, those petitioners were aged about 70 years, 75 years. They used to be there at 9:45 in the morning before the judge came. Judge, he used to come at 10 o'clock. He used to see all these, aged people standing, waiting for the judge sahab to come and waiting for the case to be open and taken up quietly. And here were the publishers hardly coming. Here was this writer who never cared to come to the court. We gave her summons in USA. She never cared for the Indian courts. She never cared for rule of law. She never cared for the Constitution of India. She never cared to come to Indian courts. Penguin Publisher was penalized with 3,000 cost because it did not cooperate and delayed coming to the court and responding. Thereafter, after about 2.5, 3 years of litigation, quietly doing so. Nobody covered it. It was our persistence. Penguin Publishers called me and they said, this is a creepy book. We want to withdraw this book. I said, we never asked for withdrawal. We are only saying that these are the 5 lines which are not right. And you should remove these 5 lines. That's it. See, if Shweta ji is here, if I abuse Shweta ji's grandfather, Shweta ji will say, Monica ji, you call my grandfather a flirt, you prove it or I'll sue you. This is defamation, isn't it? This is what we said. We said, prove it or we are suing you. They couldn't prove it. So Penguin Publishers came to me, very nicely we talked. We had chai and samosa together. It was in perfect harmonious conditions. We talked. They said, we are withdrawing this book. I said, what? They said, we don't want this book. We are withdrawing, we are pulping this book. And we will write that we are respecting all religions. We will respect all religions. I said, fine, you give that in the court and I'll withdraw the case. They gave this in writing to the court. In writing to the court, they want to withdraw. I simply withdrew my case and I came back. This was, I think, one out of those 10, 20, 25 cases I do every day in courts. Simply one case, one odd case, which never got headlines anywhere. But the moment I withdrew this case, next day onwards, I had a line of American, French, BBC, so many newspapers and channels calling me, coming to my office, and the narrative was Talibanization of education, Saffronization of education, Hindu right, fringe strikes again. So a wonderful article was done by Bar and Bench, which is a very prestigious legal portal. Go through it. When they came to me, I said, it was just an ordinary case for me. And in the name of freedom of speech, they're asking for a right to defame everybody else on earth. Freedom of speech has restrictions under Indian law. You cannot have contempt of court. You cannot incite people to do offense. You cannot spread hatred. You cannot abuse anybody, right? So my freedom of speech is that, I'll give an example. If you criticize the government, if you criticize its policies, if you do dharna pradarshan, everything is okay. But if you say, I'll burn the government, I'll burn the institutions, I'll burn the books, that is not freedom of speech. So regarding Penguin, we followed the due process of law, the procedure established by law. We went to that law saying, remove these 5 lines. These are factual inaccuracies. Penguin said, we will remove the entire book. Their choice, their reading of the book. That is a totally different case. But in this case, our publisher said, we have emails. They stood by each and every word of the book. But thereafter, some people tweeted, tagged Bloomsbury UK, and that's why the pressure was put on the publisher. So Twitter will now decide whether the publisher will honor their contracts or not. And till today, the publisher has not terminated the contract and not given us reasons. That what are the reasons? Why you went back? I think they are ashamed. Why? Because they became helpless. And I still have highest of regards for them because Bloomsbury India was never a problem. Problem were the outside forces, and you know whom.
Yes. So actually, that brings me to one question: that do you think this is the time when India should actually go Atmanirbhar on this publishing, in the publishing arena, if the publishing scenario in India is such?
Look at the demand. We have sold more than 25,000 copies till today. An average writer normally sells about 8,000 copies. We have sold more than 25,000 copies. I don't know how many copies, more than 25,000 copies. Demand is, people are saying not only we will read, we will distribute it. This is our way of saying Bharat Mata Ki Jai. This is our small contribution for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is our contributions to say Vande Mataram. This is our contribution that these gatekeepers and Angrez and Goras sitting in UK will not decide what an ordinary Indian will read, what they will not read. Students have tweeted and said, ma'am, whatever money we have, we'll save that money and buy your book. Ma'am, you have it in different languages. We are having it in all the languages in India. People are saying internationally, we want this book. Look at the demand. Bloomsbury India couldn't create that demand. New emerging India has created that demand. And I'm telling you, the next book, if this demand is there, I will put it on the PDF also. Free of cost for everybody to read it. Let India read. Let the truth be revealed. And जिसको कहते हैं ना कि मोहताजी नहीं है. We are not dependent on anybody. क्या? हम जिंदा हैं तो नहीं किसी के एहसानों से हैं. हम जिंदा हैं तो विपदाओं के वरदानों से हैं. The more you strike, the more you put pressure, the more we'll bounce back. और आपको नहीं पता, आपने इस बार कई लोगों ने ट्वीट किया ये कि उनको नहीं पता उन लोगों ने कहाँ मारा है इस बार नहीं. ये जो इंडिया साथ खड़ा है ना, ये हमें ब्लूमसबेरी डर रहा है कि इनको जवाब कैसे दें. कोई एक बंदा जो नक्सल्स पे काम करता रहा है, उन्हीं के बीच में रहा है, वो हमें लीगल नोटिस दे रहा है. कोई दूसरा बंदा, अच्छा फॉरवर्ड में तुमने क्या लिख दिया, लीगल नोटिस. अच्छा तुमने वहां पे फुल स्टॉप जो लगाया है वहां कॉमा होना चाहिए था, लीगल नोटिस. अच्छा कवर जो है ना वो ऑरेंज तो है, थोड़ा और डार्क ऑरेंज कर देते. इतने फ्रिवलेस ग्राउंड्स पे लीगल नोटिसेस. तुम एक सुप्रीम कोर्ट लॉयर से बात कर रहे हो, बीवेयर. और आर्टिकल्स क्या आ रहे हैं, अरे पेंगुइन को डराया था, लीगल गए थे, रूल ऑफ लॉ को रिस्पेक्ट करते हुए गए थे, जो आप रिस्पेक्ट कभी नहीं करते हो. आई एम एन इंडियन सिटीजन. ये देश मेरा है और ये देश हर हिंदुस्तानी का है जो इससे प्यार करता है. हम जब खड़े होंगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट की सपोर्ट में खड़े होंगे, तुम्हारी तरह उसको गाली नहीं देंगे हम लोग. फिर हमें लीगल नोटिस आ रहे हैं. हमने ब्लूमसबेरी का ड्राफ्ट पढ़ा है, पीडीएफ हमारे पास है. चोरी करके तुम हमारी किताब पढ़ रहे हो, मांग लेते हैं. ब्लूमसबेरी ने 100 किताबें दी थी, एक फ्री में हम तुम्हें भी दे देते. तुम राइटर हो, तुम ऑथर हो, चोरी मत करो. तुम्हारी रेपुटेशन, तुम्हारी क्रेडिबिलिटी गिर चुकी है, इसको चोर मत बनो. मांग लो ना, दे देंगे तुम्हें किताब, पर चोरी करके मत लिखो. और आखिरी बात, they are attacking us from all sides possibly available. शायद ये अपनी लाइफ की अंतिम लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं. ये पूरा हिंदुस्तान से लड़े. मैं तो हुई नहीं ना इसमें, हुई तो बाहर ही कर दो. ये पूरे हिंदुस्तान से लड़ रहे हैं. ये इंडिया में जो डिमांड है उससे लड़ रहे हैं. ये इमर्जिंग इंडिया से लड़ रहे हैं, जो इंडिया कहता है सच जानने का हमें अधिकार है, ये उससे लड़ रहे हैं. ये जितनी ये किताब दबाएंगे, मोनिका रहे ना रहे, जिया हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रहे ना रहे, ये किताब तो हर इंडियन के हाथ में पहुंचेगी. गरुड़ा और हमारी ओर से ये प्रॉमिस तो है जी. क्योंकि जहां कमाई होती है ना, कि कमाना है, जहां वो इंटरेस्ट होता है, व्यक्ति का स्वार्थ जुड़ जाता है. ये तो लाइफ ही देश के लिए किताब क्या चीज है.
बहुत अच्छा. इनफैक्ट वन ऑफ आवर ऑडियंस क्वेश्चन इज कि they are sending you so many legal notices. How about when will the authors, when will you and your fellow authors, also send a legal notice to Bloomsbury India for, on the grounds of the breaching of contract that they have done?
अगर इसके 2 आंसर्स हैं. पहला, ब्लूमसबेरी इंडिया ने क्रिमिनल ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट किया है, सिविल ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट किया है, वायलेशन ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है, दे अबैंडन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दे रिजाइंड द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, अनप्रोफेशनल बिहेवियर किया है, चीटिंग की है. इमोरल बिहेवियर किया है, और उसके बाद डैमेजेस तो इतने किए हैं कि हमारी उस समय अगर हजारों बुक्स बिक जाती तो करोड़ रुपए तो हम डैमेजेस क्लेम कर सकते हैं, वो कर लेते हैं। हमें जब उनको लीगल नोटिस भेजना है हम भेजेंगे। और एक बात मैं और कह रही हूं, अभी तो हम किताब बेच रहे हैं और जम के बेच रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम डाइवर्ट नहीं होते। कारण क्या है, हमने किताब किस लिए लिखी? हमने तो इसकी पीडीएफ रिपोर्ट की फ्री में डाली थी ना। क्यों डाली फ्री में? हर हिंदुस्तानी पढ़े, रिपोर्ट पढ़ी हो ना पढ़ी हो, ये किताब ब्लूमसबेरी ने इंश्योर कर दिया है कि हर हिंदुस्तानी इसको पढ़ेगा। तो अभी तो हम हर हिंदुस्तानी के हाथ में किताब भेज रहे हैं। जब समय आएगा तो दे देंगे ना नोटिस। नोटिस देने में क्या जाता है, 25 केस दूसरे करते हैं, एक नोटिस भी दे देंगे। दैट्स नॉट अ बिग थिंग फॉर मी। और दूसरा, जो इनके लीगल नोटिस आ रहे हैं, आई डोंट थिंक वी रिस्पॉन्ड टू every other person that shouts on us. We have to choose our enemies. हम हर एक को रिस्पॉन्ड करने लगेंगे तो किताब कब जाएगी हिंदुस्तानियों के हाथ में, सबके हाथ में? So we don't divert from our energy and our focus. Our focus is let the truth be revealed, and the truth will be revealed. Monica is there, Monica is not there. PDF में तो खुद ही डाल रहे हैं, चोरी तो खुद ही कर रहे हैं किताब की। ये PDF में डाल डालकर इस किताब को हमसे पहले ही हर हिंदुस्तानी के हाथ में पहुंचा देंगे। इनको ये समझ नहीं आ रहा। तो कहते हैं विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि। मुझे किसी ने बहुत ही अच्छा ट्वीट किया एंड आई लव्ड इट। देखिए, ये ना ईश्वर ने इनको कुछ कार्य दिया है, वो कार्य कर रहे हैं। अगर मंथरा ना होती तो भगवान राम राजा राम बनकर रह जाते, वो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम ना बन पाते। ब्लूम्सबेरी ना होता तो इस किताब की 100-200 कॉपीज, 1000 कॉपीज, 5000 कॉपीज बिक जाती, पर ऐसी डिमांड ग्लोबली क्रिएट ना होती। तो मुझे लोगों ने कहा मैम ट्विटर ट्रेंड शुरू करो, थैंक्स ब्लूम्सबेरी, थैंक्स ब्लूम्सबेरी इंडिया। अब मंथरा का भी एक रोल था, ब्लूम्सबेरी इंडिया का भी एक रोल है, आपका भी एक रोल है, हमारा भी एक रोल है। और बुद्धि तो ईश्वर देता है, बुद्धि तो ईश्वर ने दी है। किसी को सद्बुद्धि दी है, किसी को कुबुद्धि की है। मैं ईश्वर से आशा ही नहीं, विश्वास करती हूँ कि सबको सद्बुद्धि दे। जो ऑथर है वो ऑनेस्टली ऑथर का काम करे, जो बाकी है वो ऑनेस्टली अपना काम करें। हाँ, जो ये ब्रेक इंडिया फोर्सेस है ना, इसको एक्सपोज तो करना है। एक सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के केस ने जो बॉलीवुड का माफिया है उसको एक्सपोज कर दिया है। एक ब्लूम्सबेरी के केस ने जो पब्लिकेशन का माफिया है उसको एक्सपोज कर दिया है। एक टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग ने जो कॉलेजेस का, यूनिवर्सिटी का माफिया है उसको एक्सपोज कर दिया है। और जो हिस्टोरिकल एविडेंसेस सामने आ रहे हैं, चाहे राम मंदिर का देखे, नीचे जमीन बोल रही है, मूर्तियां निकल रही हैं, तो उन्होंने जो इंटेलेक्चुअल हिस्टोरियंस का माफिया है उसको एक्सपोज कर दिया है। तो शायद ये जो समय है ना, समुद्र मंथन का है। देव असुर संग्राम नहीं होता, देव भी होते हैं, असुर भी होते हैं, गुड भी होता है, इविल भी होता है। तो वी हैव टू चूज साइड। Either we are a part of Break India forces or we are a part of Make India forces. So let's be part of Make India forces. जिंदगी तो आज है, कल नहीं है। पर जब दोबारा इस पृथ्वी पर आए तो शर्मिंदा ना ईश्वर हो ना हम हो कि इनको क्यों बनाया। ये सभी के लिए मैसेज है।
नहीं नहीं, बहुत अच्छा बोले आप मोनिका जी। इनफैक्ट यहाँ पे जो इंडियंस है, इवन दे वांट टू बाय दिस बुक, सो दे आर आस्किंग हाउ कैन दे बाय दिस बुक एंड know the truth about the Delhi riots. Apart from that, they are also saying what sort of help can they offer to pressurize Bloomsbury UK. In fact, one of the audience has said that a pretty senior editor of national newspaper in UK, during his term, he talked a lot about freedom of speech. So they can pressurize him, and probably they can do something in order that he would support us in this movement.
So you tell Bloomsbury UK, apologize. Tell them, Bloomsbury UK, apologize. Apologize for what you have done. अच्छा, हिंदुस्तान में ना सब बड़े एक्सेप्टेंस के होते हैं। हो सकता है कुछ लोग ऐसे हो टीम में जो कोई माफी मांगता है तो माफ भी कर दें उसको, मुझे नहीं पता। हो सकता है कुछ लोग हो माफी मांग रहे तो माफ कर दें, कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो डैमेजेस क्लेम करें। तो एटलीस्ट हम जो कर सकते हैं इस बुक को हर व्यक्ति के हाथ तक पहुंचा दें। ये बुक नहीं है, ये लोगों की मूवमेंट बन गई है। मेरी तो किताब रही नहीं अब, ये लोगों की मूवमेंट बन गई है। लोग कह रहे हैं दिस इज अ वे टू सर्व माय मदरलैंड। Who are these people who do not want the facts of Delhi riots to be revealed? Because Delhi riots, Shaheen Bagh model from Dharna to Danga model was their pilot project in Delhi. We saw the next such project in Bangalore riots. I don't know how many states in India they're going to burn. So that's why the truth has to come to everybody. So whatever you can do to publicize about this book in your WhatsApp groups, share good articles about this group in the WhatsApp groups, share them on Facebook, tweet them, tweet to Bloomsbury to apologize, and do not share any negative information because that will amplify. For example, as I said, I'm only ensuring and trying that this book reaches each and every person who wants to read it on earth. So just focus your energy to promoting this book, not for money, but for savor for the country. Do whatever you want. You're a singer, make a song. You're a housewife, talk about whatever you want to talk about, put a 2-minute video. You're a writer, write an article on this book. You are a grandparent, tell your children and tell your grandchildren about this book. You are a lyricist, you are a rap writer, make a rap song on this group. You are a drama writer, you are a playwriter, make a play on this book. You are a, what do you say, nukkad natak, kuch log karte hain, do a nukkad natak. You can write a poem on this book. Whatever you can do to promote this book, do it. And your every contribution, believe me, it will be noted there with the God, with the motherland. Do it. Don't spread negativity, just spread positivity. और इनका क्या है, ये आज नहीं है, कल नहीं है, they don't matter. What matters is this emerging India, which is with you. That matters.
Definitely, that's a very positive thought, Monica ji. Our time is almost up, so we'll have to conclude our question and answer session now. We are very grateful to you, Monica ji, for your time and also for standing your ground. Like, it's so inspirational. You have stood against these forces, and we are drawing a lot of inspiration from that. Would you have any concluding thoughts for us before we leave?
Whatever I wanted to say, I said. But may I say that my entire team is humbled. I can't tell you. We 5 ladies simply went to the riot hit areas, talked to the victims there, told their stories to public. People told us, write a book now. We wrote a book. And all of you, oh my God, your wishes, your love, you people have prayed for us. And may I tell, you all are gods for us. You all are gods. Why I say so? Because I see that godliness in everybody. You all are standing there. You are seeing that this book must come out. We want to read it. And who is XYZ to ban a book? You are nowhere to pressurize anybody. Let the truth come. So I do my naman to all the gods who are listening to this chat interactive session, to all of you whom I can see on the screens. I do this naman to all of you. It's your wishes, your prayers which give us strength. And I think we all together are going strong, growing strong. Our India is growing strong. Our culture is growing strong. And our culture always said, Satyamev Jayate. Let truth be revealed.
Absolutely, Monica ji, absolutely. We should never underestimate the power of a common man's voice. And we have rightly seen, like, Garuda came in, they published, and in less than 24 hours, 15,000 copies were sold. So that's a huge feat for any author, and a very big congratulations to you, Monica ji, for that. We are so delighted for you and your fellow authors. People have stood by the book, people have stood by the truth, and like you rightly said, Satyameva Jayate. Thank you so much, Monica ji, for such a
Thank you
fun
so much.
conversation. We really appreciate your time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all our viewers.